Hey, welcome to Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. It is January 31st. I am still on the way home from Osage Beach from my conference. And another place to stop here is beautiful St. James, Missouri. Here's, of course, one of the water towers. A few interesting facts about St. James that we'll get into today. Right here is a school. And this being a Saturday, it's a perfectly good place to park. And we've got some sports fields here. And just some open area as well. Now let's take off this direction, because what you are seeing is a Walmart distribution facility. Now, what exactly goes on in a place like this, I cannot say personally, but it is pretty big. It's right on I-44. St. James is on Interstate 44 here in Missouri. Pretty centralized in the state, a little bit to the east. But we are going to just do a little bit of casual flying around with the Mini 5 Pro and it's beautiful St. James today. I know a handful of fun facts that I will probably sprinkle in here as we go. It's a pretty flat town, so hopefully we can get some good distance without having to cruise at full altitude the whole time. Got our Ford dealer here. Right when I was fresh out of college, I interviewed for a job in this town. Almost got it. And then I didn't, so I don't work here. Is that a good story? I don't know. We are not using any 40 satellites. I've never seen the number 40 that I can remember. That's wild. Good work, Mini 5 Pro. All right, 38, 39. All right. So we saw it. You saw it. It's in the screen recording. Evidence. It's a real thing. I don't know that we'll catch it again. That's okay. But as I was saying, no ND filters today. Just rocking it in auto. Trying not to think too much. Keeping my batteries charged up as I roll on down the road. Assuming I put these videos out in order, which I don't know why I wouldn't, I have not turned the van off since the last video there in Brinktown, because check engine light is still on. So I think here, either in St. James or a little bit farther up the road, I'll stop for gas, clean off the windshield. Wipers in this rental are not good. And assuming that I can actually turn off the wipers, or assuming that the liquid there at the gas station to clean your windshield with is a liquid. The last place I stopped, it was very much not a liquid anymore. It was quite frozen, because it is still single digits. We're maybe pushing 10 degrees by now, maybe, but even still, that ain't a lot. All right, what is this? Looks like a stadium of sorts. Okay, I see soccer goal. Looks like little kid soccer. Those are really close together. And I see football. Is this affiliated with a school, maybe? Is it a split campus? Not all together? What else we got here? Okay, that could be. It's not a very big parking lot. There's a church. Oh, that might be just a church school, religious school field there. I don't know. Don't know much about St. James other than a few fun facts. See, looks like they're the Tigers. I know that much. Home of the Tigers. Okay, so this must be some kind of facility to do with the local, like the public school. We're getting a little bit of interference, so we'll pop up a little bit higher again. And I see another water tower in the distance, and if you know anything about me flying, you know I can't resist a good water tower. We got some railroad tracks here. Looks like those are running pretty much east to west. What you'd expect here. There's more cattle. I learned in the last video I might not want to get too close to them. Yeah, the foot of snow we got here in Missouri is not melting because it is cold. So enjoying that makes for some nice scenery, some different kind of things to look at for the channel. So I don't mind. All right, we're a little over a mile away now, and I don't think about the antennas. I am pointed straight at the drone. The drone is not pointed straight to or away from me. We're just about max altitude. I'm not sure what this big building... Oh, wait, no. Is this the one I do know? Okay, this is the one building I do know about for St. James. This is a vacuum manufacturing place. I don't know what company or companies it's affiliated with, but they make vacuums and they have a vacuum museum inside. And when I did that interview years ago, I went there, and unfortunately the museum was not open that day, to which I replied, well, that sucks. And the employees didn't think it was quite as hilarious as I did. And that's when I knew I shouldn't live in this town. But yeah, this is a giant vacuum facility. Right. I don't know that we were going to get a whole lot farther away while maintaining a good connection with the drone, so we'll hit the other side of town and kind of mosey on back. It's just about lunchtime, so I might stop here somewhere in town on the way home. It's always a good conference, but it sure is nice to get back home after being gone for a few days. As always, we appreciate Dead Armadillo Sounds. Good old Zach got some nice music for us. Well, that is turned up. I don't remember doing that. I just turned the mic mini. It was at plus 12. I put it back at 0. If everything has been stupid loud or something so far today, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's the audio I've got. Unless I want to try to re-record everything in the room, and I probably don't want to do that. Now, we do have some nice, very square fields out here. Presumably those are crops. The grazing fields for the cattle don't need to be, nice and symmetrical or anything. But boy, it sure is easier to have straight lines when you're running tractors and such. I would know. I've played a lot of Farm Simulator. So I always compare everything to my first experience with drones on the Mini 4K. And the Mini 4K is great. Great for the price, especially. If you can find one right now that's already in the country because of the import ban, then you're in good shape. But yeah, the battery, it would have had to come in by now. And I couldn't have gone that far away. With the, even as flat as it is here, there's trees, there's a few houses between me and where I was. So, yeah, the Mini 5 Pro, oof. Not an issue at all. All right, little farmland. Barn, got the house. I guess that's a berm, windrow. perhaps. Not totally sure what that is. I wonder what this is. Interesting. It's something under construction. Big old concrete wall. Yeah, what are they working on today? Just hauling dirt? Looks that way. All right. Alrighty. Well, we'll go back to 40. We got 40 satellites again. Look at that. All right, so we're going to mosey on back up the road here. Start inching our way east. That's been St. James, Missouri. Oh, also about St. James. The other fun fact. Very famous for wineries. In particular, there's one just called St. James Winery. And they do a ton of business. So, there. Now I've given you all the things I know about St. James. Thanks for watching Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. I do hope I see you in the next one.